Hey everyone, thank you Soul Tribe for joining me for the live Q&A today. And I can see a few questions already in the chat. So thank you for those getting here early and showing up. I'm looking forward to answering as many as I can. And let me just pop up some of the comments. And Tim, we'll see you on the replay. And thank you so much also for Mother's Day comments and things too. And I've also highlighted some of the questions. So I will get back to some of these. And thank you for the well wishes for my nose healing. I'm halfway through the process at the moment. So yeah, it's not the most comfortable thing to go through, but I will share more with you guys soon. And happy Mother's Day to dads that are also doing that job, and to uncles and aunts and friends and family. And I can see one question around, looks like eczema. So that one usually, from my background in natural medicine, and I always say I'm not a doctor, this is not a diagnosis, but usually when we see skin things, there's acidity within the body, and there's acidity usually within the skin coming to the surface. So if we think about our bodies always trying to help to heal, it's always trying to help to alert us, whether it's with pain or inflammation or even, rashes and spots and things like that. Usually with eczema, dermatitis, and things of that sort of nature, we've got to think about it, the skin being secondary to the kidneys. So the skin being one of your biggest organs that you have in the body, and kidneys being the filter. So whatever the kidneys can't filter properly gets pushed out into the skin. And a lot of eczema dermatitis, if you've cut out dairy, and sometimes meat will also cause excess acidity as well. It just depends on the person and their digestive system and the enzymes that they have to break things down. But usually what we see with eczema and dermatitis is sometimes there's yeast, mold, fungus, and candida inside the gut. So when you clear up the gut and you get everything within harmony, and sometimes you'll have coexisting things like SIBO, or you'll even have heavy metals and parasites and things too. So it is a little bit more of a complex topic. There are different creams and things that certain people have had success with, but usually it will come back if we don't address the core gut issues. So just wanted to start with that one, because that one's not as much for the cards. Let me just see. Oh, and I saw another gut question too. And also, you guys can also book a holistic health session if there's things that you want to go a little bit deeper on as well. Let me just see. Gosh, you guys got some good questions. Oh, and I wanted to start out with a general as well, just to make sure that everyone gets something for today. So we do have the Mushroom Spirit Oracle here. But before we get into that, I want to remind you that we do have sessions available. So let me just pop this out. I need 4 hands sometimes. Okay, so you will find things on my website. Pop this down. So down here, when you scroll, you will see all the different types of sessions that I have available. We also have the discount code Mother's Day. When you use that in all caps, we'll get you 10% off. And we have the Soul Alchemy potions. And I was having a meditate in the shower this morning on the new moon event. And I was thinking about creating a meditation, because we also do where we talk about things. We sometimes do kinesiology and other practices within this as a group setting, as well as we video chat with each other across the world via Zoom, which is a lot of fun to meet some of the faces behind the YouTube comments. But I was thinking about it because I think it's new moon in Gemini that we have. And I just kept getting this download about creating this holistic kind of reprogramming session within a meditation, where we actually go into the brain and we take out old programs, almost like a bit of a psychic surgery, and then we instill new programs, new identities and things. Let me know if you like the sound of that, because I think that's around where I'm going to be working towards for the new moon. That was just what Spirit was really filling me with excitement around. And I just want to say thank you too for you guys liking and sharing my channel. It's been so lovely to see it grow. And if you haven't already, go and check out your zodiac sign. That will also make sure that you get your reading as much as I can give, sort of for a personal level, because I really try and give as much as I can to this community, because I love you guys. So check out your sun, moon, rising, and also your Venus sign as well. And yeah, I even watched my partner's one with him the other day. He was blown away. He's like, "Oh my god!" So that was a lot of fun. So the other thing too, when you do have a private session with me, you also get an aura drawing, and these do change. Just like the seasons change moment to moment, we will see things change within the aura. And this was just one really beautiful one that had this really cool stuff. And we looked into like a little bit of the galactic side of things too. The other thing I wanted to show you was this gorgeous aura. And with this person, there's just a lot of really beautiful, high level galactic things happening. And what I love about when I connect with clients that are really on this frequency, where they're doing a lot of work, whether it's in the dream realm, I love it how the information just floods through and comes into our realm. So, what I mean by that is we can sometimes see the types of missions and things that you're actually on, the things that you're doing, whether it's work in meditations or work in the astral. But yeah, just so many amazing people in our gorgeous community. I had to share those two beautiful auras. I don't want to get too much into it because I want to keep some privacy. But we have this one, verdigris agaric, this blue little toadstool. And with this one, this is the word of impress. And it is number 31 in the Mushroom Spirit book. So let's have a look at this. And Tammy, thank you. If you can pop your questions in all caps, it makes it much easier as well. So let's pop this down for now. And let me see. Oh, we've got Ken here too. Hello, Ken. Sending healing vibes as well. And number 31 is what we're looking for. You might hear a helicopter going over at the moment too. Hopefully that's not too loud. So we have this little guy. So it depends on where you are in the world. Some guidebooks will claim that these are poisonous, but it says unknown, connected to do with this. This mushroom is named verdigris because it is striking green or green-blue color. Almost looks like a dark egg blue if you're looking at it on the actual card. So it's not commonly found or seen in any other mushrooms, that color, but it's found in the UK, Ireland, Europe, and North America. It's rare. It loves alkaline, humus-rich beach woodland, and we see them come up around beach and around birch trees and things around here. So not these, but other red toadstools, the fairy toadstools. So the white scales adorn the younger caps with similar appearance to the flying agaric mushrooms. So with this, the card meaning is you are beautiful and what you are doing is beautiful. You and your purpose need to stand out because you are different. And this is exactly what is needed for this time. And this is what I see with my gorgeous people from this soul tribe too. So it's time to make yourself seen, to show the world the beauty that you have to offer. Let me just flip this over. So this is a beautiful card to pull, indicating that it's something special and someone's time to really make an impression. Standing out for being different or unique can be daunting, but the rest assured it will be worth it. What you impress upon others, are there certain qualities that you admire that you could benefit for taking for yourself? So this is really interesting when we talk about the meditation that Spirit's pushing me to do for our new moon gathering for Soul Alchemy potions, which you do receive an invite when you buy a potion. And if you purchase in the past and the automatic emails are not coming through, you need to just switch on your settings to receive emails. So with this as well, it says, if there's someone that you really could or who could really use a compliment or movement because they don't fully believe in themselves. So whatever the situation or the person this card is saying, now is the time. Don't wait any longer. The world needs more unique and beautiful beings in the world. Be that person that gets a project off the ground to help elevate someone who needs you. When you stand up and make an impression on someone, or if you have a life-changing effect on them, it could have a life-changing effect on them. You never know who may be watching in silence, admiring your beauty. You might help someone find their path, watching your journey, seeing how brave you are, standing out, making yourself seen. So we never need to know how long we are here for. Just make your life count. Your purpose doesn't need to be a big one. We just need to do it well and stand proud. So a really beautiful message with that one. And there's a lot of you that I know personally after years of doing these shows and readings, and I can see how that applies to some of you guys too. Okay, let me see if there's anything that I've missed. Oh, Ken. Thank you. You're so sweet. And sending love to your gorgeous daughter too. So we'll start with your question for today. And I just want to say thank you so much for the super chat. As I said the other time, this is new to me. So it's such a beautiful blessing. Thank you. So Ken is saying, hi, Soul, happy Mother's Day. Wishing you and your family the very best. Would a light language activation for Soul Tribe be possible? Thank you for all you do, and hi to Lyra. Oh, and do you know what? I actually was checking my chart over the weekend, and one of the little more minor stars, when you look at it from a galactic level, I actually have a vertex, which is like a soul meeting alignment with the star Lyra. And I didn't know that. So I think it was in the stars that Lyra was supposed to come into my life. So let's have a look into the light language side of things too. And we'll just see. I'm just tuning in. Sometimes I like to shuffle my cards just to tune in. And we do have one card also come out. So we have a Nine of Swords in reverse. So this is a really good thing. This is about any dark night of the soul energy, anything that's been holding us down. With the Nine of Swords too, it's also a card of cruelty. And it's the card that was I guess, coming up constantly when we were in a lot of the lockdowns and things. So we're now purging this control that other people or even our thoughts and our beliefs and that have had over us. So if you are getting caught in thought loops, or you're having sort of, repetitive things of thinking about past, literally just say the word stop or say the words override. So that's what we have in terms of like a bit of a general, but let me tune in and see, because sometimes the light language will be connected with the message there. Yeah, they're giving me the thumbs up, go ahead. So there is a message. This activation will be in connection with letting go of anything that's perhaps holding us back. So just as we had that beautiful mushroom card talking about you shining your brightest light, this is what this light language will be for. So just pop yourself into relaxation, into kind of how you would for meditation and receiving mode. Just note any colors, sensations, or things that pop up, or even visions or feelings within your body. And I'll translate in a moment. Yalana tola kosunarta, mialana doholkanara, Yashala nartakaya nartake, Yasala nartola kaya lunate, Miasalono holokal sunarte, Yashala nartakaya yarta halur, Yasala nartakaya lahatora, Miala nartakalo sote, Yayoroko shana toela, Miala nartakalo saheato, Yayanalo kaya sianartakaya yanahata, Yasaluna tolo kaya nar, Miasholuna tolo kaya sohanar, Yanardalo kaya sarateha, Yashayanola kaya narteke. Mia sala noto la kaya lo notara. Ia shala na ya lukore arasar. Ia la nata la kaya sare. Ia shala toha. Mando sakaya na. Ia la nata lo koya sayator. Ia shayono la kaya la sato kaya. Mia sala no ta kaya. Aldo hota kaya nuhor. Mia nanarta kaya la sayagora. Yashoyono Yalanata Mialonade Koyalasaya Yayanato la Koyasia autor Yashayona la Kayalatela Yasanor to Koyayanaha. So, what I was getting with that, the first thing that I saw was all of this beautiful energy flood in from the higher realms. And I'll have to check your comments in a moment because I'm just keeping my train of thought with the beautiful energy that was coming in. The other thing that I saw too was it was all of like each of the soul tribe being picked. And what I saw was just what a rare opportunity it actually is to be on earth. And that whole souls were specifically gathered from different stars gathered from different universes because we all carry different codes and we all each carry different universal frequencies. So, what it is that you're bringing from the outer reaches and you're helping to anchor and activate here, we really need these individual codes and frequencies. So, you were specifically chosen for this mission and for this particular period of time that we're in. So, it's absolutely no mistake that any of us are here. We're all here, and it was almost like a call to attendance. There was this feeling of flowing like frequency and protection from the higher realms down and surrounding each and every single one of us. And then I saw us all sort of like standing to attention, like ready for the mission. So yeah, that was some of the beautiful energy. The other thing I saw come in was the fairy realms. And I did feel a lot of elvish energy also come in with this, as well as a lot of starseed energy. And I do feel the star Lyra, the star Pleiades, Sirius, really, really present with this. I'm also feeling Andromeda sort of standing a little bit further back, but it's like they're sort of looking in a protective type way. We also have Arcturus that's over there with them. So let me just check your comments as well. And thank you, Ken. Oh, awesome. So Jody B saw a lion, reminds you of a being from Lyra. Perfect. And let me just see. Awesome. So Tammy got, yes, I got there as well. There was a flash of yellow and it was pretty glittery gold energy coming down from above. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I think you can. Well, I so appreciate that. And that was such a beautiful, selfless thing, you asking for the community too. And I can see Stephanie saying, wow, that was beautiful and soothing. Thank you. You're so welcome. And let me just see if there's anything else I need to pop up. Just making sure to try and get to as many of your questions. And I'll just see with that connection with the light language, we have this card of adjustment. So I would say we are partway through this whole stage of this galactic mission, but we are adjusting to these higher frequencies. So that little activation coming in was to help you to stand strong, to stand tall, to reinvigorate us together individually and as a group. And let me just see if there's anything else I would like to click on. Oh, awesome. Giselle is saying, I got full goosebumps and tears. I got a lot of Elvis and Inner World. Wow. Thank you guys. Okay, let me pop on to my little starred question. So I have a question with Christian. I'm just going to make my screen a little bit bigger. Hold on a sec, guys. Oh, that's easier to see your comments. Okay, so Christian is saying, hey, Soul, what can Spirit say regarding my upcoming hypnosis session? Look at that. Already my cards separated, didn't want to go back in the deck. This is the shaman card. So you're definitely going to be speaking with higher self is what it looks like. Perhaps even ET self, because this is a little bit of a galactic card, this Prince of Cups, this shaman energy. But let me just see if there's anything else that you need to perhaps be on the lookout for. Okay, there's a little bit of an investigation. I feel this is around some ET things or around some supernatural things. I'm seeing what looks to be like a glowing light around a bedroom, and I feel some presence. And I do feel you laying in bed. There's something about, I'm seeing this being shown from an ET point of view as well. And I'm seeing what looks to be like a ship, but because we have no borders, no boundaries in time, and what I mean by that is with the physicality. So, say for example, like this is a 3D bedroom, this hand, or let's pick up tourmaline crystal. This is the 3D bedroom. So, when we're looking at certain craft, they can permeate right through that 3D wall, and the craft can actually be visible inside of the room. So, what I'm seeing with this is some ETs, smaller. They look to be more like a larger head, gray, but big, beautiful eyes. There's a very friendly feel. It doesn't feel like it's the more common ones that we see in the movies and things. These guys' heads are a little bit more out of proportion to their bodies, almost like one of the like little characters that have big eyes in Men in Black. But I see three buttons There's something to do with three buttons, and I feel that there's different messages or experiences that it would give in regarding to it, but there's an observer mode with this. So that could be something to look into. Let's flip the cards and see what comes up. Wow. There's some kind of contract to do with galactics is what we're seeing, or to do with ETs and things. So we have the Magnus card. This is about different timelines. So there might have been some agreement or something that was a contract. With these two cards can also represent contract around different timelines. But what we see is being in two worlds. So that hopefully that gives you something to ask about in your session with Jake. And I can't wait to hear how that goes. So you'll have to keep us in tune. Let us know what's coming up. Let me just see. Okay. So yeah, let me know if any of that resonates. And let me see. Okay. So let me pop on over to the next question. Okay, so Nancy G. Hi, Soul. Mother's Day here in the US. Happy Mother's Day to you, gorgeous. Can you tell me Scorpion's current feelings for me? Thank you. Sure. I just see a lot of flowers around you at the moment, too. Okay. Oh, there went one more card. These I'm just being told to flip over. So we have a lot happening with this energy. We do have perhaps where there's been some conflict and things, and someone may be more sort of like holding back or reserved. But what we do have, and I love this because these are the energies of what I connected to law of assumption. So with you, Nancy, we have this energy. Let me just see. At the start, we've got with the situation, with that Scorpion energy, we've got Five of Wands and the Hermit card. So there may have been some things said, there may have been some feelings that have caused people to sort of withdraw a little bit and pull back. But we do also see to start applying power and things. So with this Three of Disc, this is to start to like build your foundation, build your belief system, making it feel like really as solid as you can. We also have Princess of Disc. So she is what I call the stubborn teenager type energy. So this is Aries energy. And even though the 3D might say one story to her, she totally projects her own reality to its created. So see how these trees are upside down? So everyone's telling her the trees look like this. And she's like, no, they don't. This is how my vision is. This is like how our connection looks. This is how our relationship looks. I keep seeing these flowers come for you. There might be someone that's crossed over. Sometimes when people have crossed over, they bring flowers, but I'm just seeing like everything lit up. So there could even be a few people that you have crossed over. I don't deal specifically with the mediumship side, but sometimes things come through. So usually it's when there's a bit more of a larger character where there's like a lot of love come through. But what we do see with this about you starting to step more into the vision around what it is that you want. And I'll get to as many questions as I can. I can see yours, Montaigne. So thank you for your question. But yeah, we see the Tony Robbins card, the Knight of Wands. And you guys know for watching that I call it the Tony Robbins card. So traditionally, this is an energy of someone who is like running into our life. They're here. We call it F-boy energy in modern day reading. But to me, this is actually about looking at your story around this. So it's looking at your subconscious beliefs around love, how you're loved, if people stay, if they go, if they treat you with love and kindness and or kindness and respect, or are they more sort of like, using type energy? Are they more kind of, there's a magnetism, they get what they want, then they're gone. So this is really about addressing that kind of energy. Have a look at belief system around this, but also this is a card for me to tell me to get to the root cause of the problem. So to really look at what your belief system is, and that this situation externally is trying to tell us something, perhaps even to do with inner child wounds. So with the Six of Wands and the Six of Cups, this is talking about addressing new quantum timelines as well. So really tap into what it is that you feel and believe, and what it is that you want. Start making that your dominant story. And we have Jupiter and Leo energy. So this is quite a sassy, growth-orientated energy too. So whatever you can do to keep encouraging or keep sort of like having that story, they're giving me the word anchoring. So see what you can also do to anchor as well. All right, let's see. Oh, and I just want to pop this up really quickly. So we've got Hero Shade. Ma'am, I need your help dealing with foresight abilities. I know you're doing readings, but I really need to make them stop. So with some of these things, have a look into MACE method. Now, if this is in regards to hearing voices or hearing spirit, or even like feeling things around and it's hard to turn things off, this is where frequency shifting works really well. But you can also Google MACE method and look up Jerry Mazinski's work as well. But essentially, what I do when there's been things in the past, like when I was a lot younger and back in college and things started to happen, I just frequency shifted. So close your eyes, tune in. Is there a vibration, a frequency, or color or a shape that you see that represents your energy right now? You want to just switch it for something else and shift your energy 2 octaves higher. So change the color, change the sound. Think about yourself as an antenna or as like a little IP address. And I can see you've sort of put a little bit more information in there too. So this is one of the things that I found that helps to really sort of shift if there is any psychic attack type things happening as well, because it does feel to me that there's a little bit of that going on. Other than that, you could book a one-on-one session if you want to dive a lot deeper, and we can look into exactly what's going on individually as well. So hopefully that helps just give you a little bit of hint. Also, Jerry Mazinski talks about Psalm 93, I think, 23 and 91 that also irritates that kind of stuff. Okay, so we've got a question from the lovely Lynn. Hello, beautiful soul sister. So thank you, Solreta. My question, have you had, you and I had any past lives together? I like this. And so funny, just said soul sister, reading that too. So I would say yes. Let's have a look and see what comes up. So I'm just going to the mystical deck for this one, or Mythios. It's that beautiful Greek god and goddess deck. Let's have a look. So straight away, the energy comes in around my heart with this. And I do feel this is more sort of like a witchier lifetime. I'm seeing lots of herbs. The other thing that I'm also seeing is a lot of healing. And I'm seeing it energetically. I'm seeing it through talk. And I'm also seeing it through what I would say is poultices and compresses. The other thing that I can see is the flicker of firelight inside of what looks to be a little cottage. And I can see white apron petticoat type things. I'm seeing sort of like the fuller skirts, and the fabric to me feels very textural. There's like thicker, almost like a felt wool type cloak that I'm also seeing. And I can see stones on the bottom of this little cottage floor. I wish I could show you guys the movie that Spirit shows me, because there's just so much detail. It's hard to sort of paint that picture. But let's flip these cards over. So we have the 9 of Coins. This is soul family energy. So 9 of Coins for me, this is Virgo and Venus. So this is a beautiful organization or structure of this lifetime, coming back to reconnect. In this one, we do have the Temperance energy too. So I would say we would possibly meet in person with this energy of temperance. It's just a matter of divine timing. And we also see an 8 of Cups with this. So an 8 of Cups, there was something happening in this lifetime where there was some kind of like feeling trapped or feeling like that we couldn't break through or make a difference around something. We then have the Page of Wands and 7 of Wands. So I would say we had a fight on our hand, perhaps in connection with this this medicine side of things. Let me just get some clarifiers. Yeah, we've got the Universe card. So whatever it was that we started together in that lifetime, we didn't get to finish, unfortunately. There was some kind of a swift ending that happened. Knight of Swords, Princess of Swords. This is almost like having to fight to be able to do what we were doing. I would say it's sort of more of like a witchy kind of herbalist lifetime is what I'm seeing with that. Okay, let me see if there's anything that I'm missing. Okay. Oh, thank you for your kind messages. Love you guys too. Okay. I think I might have missed something. Oh, thank you, beautiful. Well, I hope that that reading resonated with you too. And I do feel it is more about putting the ball back in your court, to use a little bit of basketball speak. Um, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So hopefully Lynn caught that one. Okay. So my next question that I've got. Hi, Solreta. Am I on the right path to learning light language? And lovely that we actually got to do some light language as well. So let's have a look into the Star Tarot for you, gorgeous. Oh, you know what feels so beautiful around this? What I'm actually seeing, it's like the light language is actually coming up. I'm seeing it connected around womb, and then it's coming up through the ribs. And it just feels like this breath and this beautiful light bursting forth from you. So even though with light language we can see it connected coming down from spirit realm too, this is talking about things that you're holding and codes that are within you. So tap into that womb space is where they're showing, and then bring that up through the heart and through the heart's voice in order to speak them, is what they're showing me with you with your light language. But it just feels exquisite. I wish that we could have a little sample or a little play, or maybe you can even send me some over on Messenger. That would be lovely. So what we have, King of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So the King of Cups representing this beautiful love energy. So this is what it is for you. It's that connection for bringing your love and bringing your light into the world. He's definitely the most compassionate, loving king that we have in the deck. Now, Seven of Swords is called a card of futility. But when we look at it in my other deck, it's the sun and the moon and Aquarius. So this is an eclipse energy. This is things that can be life-changing, but it's also connected to do with Aquarius. So it's about channeling in knowledge and information. It's not stuff that's written in books. As we know with light language, that's also not things that are written in books too. So with this, think of the sword in the middle of my favorite deck. There's a sword in the middle, and everything else is coming in to try and stop us from doing this. So this is about you running your frequency. This is also about you having a look into your timeline. So definitely meditate, connect in. I do have my Soul Star meditation up for free on YouTube. And you can look at it on Insight Timer if you prefer a meditation app. But this essentially is feeling into the other quantum realities. So have a look at what comes up for you when you're also speaking light language. Even I would say tap in and feel into where you've had that gift, or where you've spoken light language in other lifetimes. Yeah, we've got a Knight of Pentacles and a Princess of Pentacles. This is also in being tapped back into your memories of this. And Six of Cups is the Sun in Scorpio. So it's shining light to expose things that are hidden much, much deeper. So with this, that helps to bring it back to the earth. It helps to bring it back to the surface. So thank you for your amazing question. And thank you for your questions, guys. And yeah, thank you, Ken. Everyone appreciated that beautiful gift. And let's have a look. Next one we have is Adele. Do you still see my husband retiring within the next couple of months? Thank you. Let's have a look. Oh, just had a card jump out. We have the card of change. So this is positive change. It's Jupiter and Capricorn. Let's have a look. This usually with disc energy, it can sometimes more represent years, but I didn't actually ask for a timeline. That was just the card that fell out. But it is about taking an opportunity when we see it. It is about like a portal or a window of time opening. Let's get a little bit more information. We've got a Six of Swords, and we have a Four of Cups. We have an Ace of Pentacles, and we also have a King of Wands. So we see here, let me just clarify around this Six of Swords. And I don't know whether you've been saying to him, perhaps around and I just pulled the Queen of Swords for extra info on this. So a Six of Swords, this is an energy of journeying. It's sometimes like where we can see things that other people can't. And with the Four of Cups, to me, this is sometimes an instigator of things that we're not addressing as well, or things that the person's focused just on the 3D and just needing to work and earn money. And this other hand's coming in saying, what about your health? What about taking care of you? So I'm not sure if I'm echoing maybe some of the words that you've said to your beautiful husband, but we've got an Ace of Pentacles, and we also have the King of Wands. So with this King of Wands too, and Hero Shade. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that you're still here. So I'm just trying to go through in order so that I can get to as many as I can. So Ace of Pentacles and King of Wands. So with this too, I feel like he needs to listen to you in regards to health and things as well. Let me just ask for a timeline around this. So we have the Sun. So we don't have a direct timing that comes with the Sun. This is just more knowing that it will come like in a certain timing. So in my other deck with the Sun has all of the different little sections of the Sun rays have the different zodiac timing. So what I'm more seeing here around his retirement is, does he want to retire because he's not looking after health and things? Thanks, Lorianne. Or does he want to do it more on his own terms? So I just feel it's really looking at, if he is going to retire, which is, the best way that he would do it. But yeah, with this Sun card, I would say definitely have a conversation with him around this and around health as well. And yeah, it could also be around August if you are looking at timeline, because Leo energy with the Sun. I did actually have it come out in reverse though. So it's more that it's kind of hidden at the moment. So yeah. Let me just see if there's any other clarification. I feel like it's more that Spirit's saying we need to look at the health. Yeah, look at this Lover's card. So with this, it's more just having a sit-down chat around him taking care of himself is what we're seeing. So hopefully that helps. And let me see what question we have next. So we have Mystical G. Hi, question. Will I have the love that I want this year? Let's have a look into that. And I'm just going to get another deck. And sometimes when we look into questions like around timelines, what I like to do if we're talking like in person or one-on-one is we check in with a few different scenarios. And then you can always see the highest frequency and make the conscious decision to be like, yeah, let's go ahead with that. Okay, so what we have, and this is for Mystical G's question, will I have the love that I want this year? This looks like a yes. And what we have is the Chariot. This is moving towards more things that light you up. So 9 of Cups energy. This is where you're connected to your spirit. You're connected to your love, your passion, your creativity. This is Jupiter and Cancerian energy. So with this, or is it Pisces? I'm trying to get the vision of the card from the other one. But anyway, it's essentially about being connected to expand and go with the flow. So with this is things you making steps to move ahead, you making steps to put yourself out there, you putting yourself in the direct line of love. We then have 6 of Cups. This is also healing your story around inner child things to do with love. So it's not about searching outside yourself. It's still about taking outside action, but it's also really tapping in that you are loved, that you have that feeling, that love, that you're holding that already. And that's what brings this person into alignment. Isn't this a beautiful card? So 2 of Cups, the card of love. So this is a really good question. And that's a much clearer answer. Sometimes you'll get clear answers. And we have a 4 of Swords. So with this is about meditating a little bit deeper around what we spoke about in the cards to do with that too. So see how this fits when you're feeling into that love. I would even write up your ideal soulmate list. This is what I've done a few different times over life when I wanted to tune in to higher potentials and even tweak things. And you'll be amazed how things can change when you tweak it on your list. So let me file these back away and give a shuffle. And oh, we talked about your one at the start to do with eczema, but let me just see if there's a card around this too. What I'm just seeing, as soon as I start to touch the cards, I'm seeing perhaps some underlying, some mold and things that may have even been in, whether this is, you have sometimes where in Chinese medicine, they talk about mold being like a ghost in the body. So when you have a look at all of the physical things in that and you try everything, nothing seems to sort of fit or make sense. So sometimes it's about using specific Chinese herbs and things to clear up internal damp, yeast, mold, and fungus. I have the Daughter of Pentacles with this. So whatever it is that you're dealing with in terms of the eczema is more stubborn. So it sounds like that you might have tried a lot of different things with it. But as we said at the start, have a look at the start if you missed it. But we were talking about being connected to do with gut. Okay. And so we've got Christina. Thank you for your question. Any exciting news coming up for me? Let's have a look and feel into this. Okay, and we'll flip the cards over. All right, so we have the Seven of Cups. So some things that may have been hidden, may have sort of been sitting in the background. You may have actually displaced your attention away from it. So things that you've wanted or wished or hoped for, you may have actually given up on it or put it out there and then forgotten that you'd wished for something. We have the Hangman in reverse. So with this Hangman in reverse, sometimes this will also represent where in the past you may have tried to, control the outcome or look at it from the opposite of Jupiter, which would be more kind of Saturn energy. With the Hangman in reverse, it's asking us to kind of more look over things with a bit of a fine-tooth comb. So I would go back over things that you've been like wanting or desiring and just maybe tweak it a little bit, write that list out. We have the Father of Cups, which is more love coming in. So with this Father of Cups energy, it comes in as a bit of a surprise possibly because we have the Chariot card come with it and we also have the Seven of Disc. So it could even be someone that you'd maybe discounted or even sort of put more to the background. We're seeing like new love come in. I'm also feeling like there's new opportunity too because we've got a Mother of Wands. This is you. This is a little bit later on. I don't feel it's like quite just yet. I do feel it's around sort of like 3 to 4 months. And then there's another something else around 7 to 8 months away. But we've got a Queen of Wands, which is the Mother of Wands in this deck. So she's more kind of like in alignment with her intuition. She's radiant. She holds the light of the sun. She's glowing. She's absolutely fearless. So I do feel that there's a new kind of energy that you're actually becoming. We do have the Judgment card. So in the past, other people may have held you back. You may have been more concerned about like what others say and things. But with this, I do feel that you're kind of you're working how to hold your light against other people's judgment. So I do feel there could be more love coming in, is what we see mainly on the cards. So that's a pretty exciting thing. Let me see. Oh, thank you for that. So I think the one that we recommended potion wise for this week, and thank you for asking, is the abundance potion. So definitely tapping into energies like this. And the secondary one was, I think, I Am That Witch. I think may have been the other one that's been coming up a little bit more lately. So tapping back into your personal power, tapping into balance your cosmic bank account with the abundance potion and just bringing in new opportunities and alignment and things. Oh, thank you, Mystical G. That's so sweet of you. All right, let me have a look and see what we have for the next one. Okay, so we've got Stella. Will my health improve? I've been dealing with a lot of gut issues for several months now. Thank you. Let's have a look. So what I'm sort of more seeing, and as we said at the start, disclaimer-wise, just general information. I'm not a doctor. but we're just looking into what spirit is showing us. So I'm more kind of seeing like a bit of a white coating that seems to be in the digestive tract. So this is sometimes more like candida overgrowth. When we see like a bit of a white coating, I even would go and have a look, from a Chinese medicine point of view, they usually will assess the tongue and have a look at what color the tongue is, where different sections of the tongue are either red or dry or cracked. You can tell a lot by looking at the tongue. So I would even have a look at the tongue and notice in the morning when you wake up if there's any white coating that's on the tongue, because this could also be another indicator of what's going on internally. But I do feel that you're doing a lot to heal things as well. The other thing that I'm also seeing is not so much just the internal physical. I do feel that it's a lot to do with your nervous system taking on and holding things. So just noticing when your stomach starts to feel a little bit out of alignment, just giving your nervous system a few deep breaths and just reminding yourself that you're safe too, will also just help to get your body to, I guess, to rebalance and to hold. So let's have a look at what we've got. So because you've been doing it for a little bit of time as well, it might be feeling like there's a bit of stagnancy with this. We've got an Ace of Swords. So it could be that you've tried all different ideas and different things that have come to you to do. We do have a Father of Pentacles. And with this Father of Pentacles energy, this is more doing things in the physical too. And I'll have to look and see if there's anything else we can get in terms of like recommendation wise. But we do have where it is moving. So it's not stagnant. We have the Chariot. So it's definitely, I guess, like shifting whatever it is that you've been using to clear it. Let me see. And we have Mother of Wands with the 10 of Pentacles. So I do feel you will be working towards not only like whatever you've done to help heal this, I do feel that you'll help be bringing this to other people as well with this Mother of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. Let me see if there's anything else they're showing us around this. I just keep seeing the white coating too. So things like Pau d'Arco are really good for yeast, mold, fungus, candida. I'm trying to think of there's different practitioners more in the acupuncture side of things that will also deal with this kind of stuff. So if you're talking to them about what's going on and they check your tongue, and I think because we keep seeing the white coating and we're also talking about the tongue, that might be a better option to go and have a look at that, because what we see is some things are hidden. So whether this is like little symptoms and things of that sort of nature or further underlying dysbiosis, we then get the Sun card come up. So I do feel it's a matter of seeing the right practitioner and they will be able to see certain things. And we've got the Six of Swords, so they're going to move you away from that as well. Let me just go back to... All right. Oh, thank you, Golden Trinity. And yeah, I don't have any mods. I'm just doing this by myself. Oh, you're welcome, Stella. I hope that helps. And there's other things as well. There's amazing little tinctures. Some of my favorites are Zen Cleanse. I love Para Cleanse. But yeah, also have a look, because in regards to candida, it's actually a lot more to do with fat than it is to do with cutting out starches and sugars and things of that sort of nature. If you want to go a little bit deeper, we can do a holistic wellness session as well. Okay, let me just pop up to this one. Oh my gosh, the time's already gone so quick. Okay, so Stephanie K. So how does ether and plasma interact? That is a great question. Thank you for that one. Let me see which deck they would like to go to. Okay, the Star Tarot. Okay, so they're telling me to pick cards to do with plasma, so we've got that. And now cards to do with ether. So when I feel into the two different energies to do with this, with more of kind of the plasma energy, I do get more what I would say is a bit of an electrical kind of excitement. And this energy feels a little bit more, I would say, I don't want to use the word unhinged, but it's like, it feels like that it's a little bit more wild. It's a little bit of a wild card type energy, a little bit more uncontrollable, or that it sometimes needs to have boundaries or confines if we want to actually use it in certain ways. And then when I look into the ether type energy, it does straight away take me more to source and more connected to do with what we would say is the universe. And it's more connected into higher realms and things too. Let's flip these over and have a look at the story between the two. So interesting, we have the three of disc, which looks like these little plasma vortexes of light, and the eight over her heart and stomach with this figure eight. So a three of pentacles. What's interesting is we can actually influence the plasma. We can actually consciously call the plasma in. And we see this with people that work with plasma ships, plasma UFOs. And with this strength card, it's also connected with Leo too. But when we look into ether, we've got a Knight of Swords, a Prince of Swords, and we have a Four of Cups. This is more connected to do with our consciousness, whereas the plasma energy feels more connected to do with thoughts. So it's interesting that spirits that are showing me the way in which humanity can work with this rather than having to build, whether it's technology or a device or different things. What we also see with this ether energy too, and there's even been things where people have said that, the knights in shining armor, how they had the swords and things. There's some people that are saying maybe they were perhaps used to conduct ether and to actually energize things. Have a look. There's some interesting information out there, whether it's on TikTok or YouTube, but they're saying some of those suits were actually to conduct or bring ether in and energize things. So interesting, we've got those swords energy. I didn't think of that until I saw that. But yeah, with the Four of Cups energy too, it's definitely showing us to go into more of a quiet, contemplative place. With the Three of Cups that we see in the forefront, usually the fourth cup is not seen. It's coming in from that hand of God. So God bringing us ether, or higher self bringing us ether. So it's not something that we typically would interact with, but we can. And that's what I'm seeing is the difference with some of these things. So with this plasma energy, it is a little bit more wily. Let's get some little clarifiers to do with the two of these. Oh, interesting. So we have had controlled opposition around this. So it's definitely been pushed under the rug, considered to be more woo when it comes to science. Five of Swords. There's an energy of deception and defeat around this. And then the Show of Discs, there's a change with things re-emerging into our consciousness. And let's have a look. We also see Seven of Wands with this as well. So it's still a little bit of a fight on our hands to bring that consciousness back, to bring that light back. Let me see if there's anything else they want to show us in regards to the actual two things. So we've got the Magician. Oh, this is interesting. Eight of Cups. So we're still definitely kept in the dark around what it is that we can do being human and what it is that we can do with working with these two things. I would say this could be an excellent question to meditate and explore and expand on when we have a little bit more time. But yeah, hopefully that gives you a little bit of a general answer. And I just want to say also thank you to Nancy. That was so lovely of you. Thank you. So what time will the new moon in Scorpio on the 12th? Oh, so we've got the full moon. So what will the full moon on Scorpio the 12th bring for me? Let me have a look into that. And yeah, it's a flower moon as well that we just had, or that we are about to have. Okay, so let's have a look into the Thoth deck. And let's see what we've got. Oh, we just had one card jump out. So, oh, there was two there. So you might have a little bit more movement in regards to that question that you asked before, we've got a Knight of Cups, and we also have the Prince of Swords. So you might get a message, or you might get word, you might even get a little bit of a connection to do with what we were saying before around that love question too. And let's flip over these other cards. So we've got a Four of Cups, a Seven of Wands, a Princess of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Magnus. So this points back to what we were saying before about more coming into that version and vision of the love that you want as well. So I do feel love energy being connected. We're still sort of seeing where, some things are hidden or some things are not really talked about in fullness. So with this energy, we see moon and we see Cancerian energy. The next thing we see with the Seven of Wands and with the Princess of Swords, this is sort of still in a situation of where there's maybe perhaps conflict or having to fight to be heard or fight to be seen, or more kind of not fight, but it's like have to explain your language, explain your soul to someone who speaks a different language. So we see her clothed in heart chakra green, but she's fighting a battle on the mental level. So this is around with, I would say, with the new moon in Scorpio. It looks like that it's, full moon in Scorpio. And I see you're saying you're a Gemini as well. So with this full moon in Scorpio, I would definitely get your mind really balanced. Remember, we having the new moon in Gemini towards the end of the month too. But I would say this is to come into a place of where you know exactly what you want, and anything else is sort of like unacceptable. So with this, definitely rewrite the story with the Queen of Swords. With the Magnus card, this is about writing it to make it as big as possible. This is like Neo in the Matrix when he starts to understand how to bend the Matrix to him. This is also about psychic protection. So notice when your energy feels depleted. Notice when things are coming up and making you feel good. What I would say is have a look, is it a long-term feel-good type thing? Or would it be more where it's a dopamine hit and then you're looking for the next and the next sort of like little hit around this? But what I see with this, the most important thing is we want a happy medium to come with this as well. Thank you, Lorianne. So yeah, with this energy, with the Seven of Wands and Princess of Swords, let me just get a couple of clarifiers. We have a Four of Cups again too, and a Nine of Cups. So I wouldn't accept anything that feels like a little bit less. Like if they're bringing in 3 cups, but still holding back, or they're not fully committing to making that big difference or getting to the end story of how you want things to be, come in and revision exactly what it is that you're working with. I definitely would be working with some full moon magic. I would be working with like I Am That Witch potion, things that are all about you holding your power, possibly even working with love potion too. All right, so hopefully that helps. But yeah, interesting messages around revising things. So I definitely would get everything written out and scripted before we have this full moon. And as we've said in the last couple of months, things are happening for us, not to us. All right, let me see. So the next one we have is Gisela, and I will have to go shortly. I'll try and get to as many as I can. So question, losing memory and focus, cognitive struggle at the moment. If you're around me feeling the same, what is the cause? So let me just shuffle and see what this is connected to do with. So I do see electromagnetic energy coming up around this. So having a look how you can ground your energy and perhaps almost like Faraday shield, because I do feel things coming in around that are just sort of throwing things off. And we do have sometimes in aura drawings when there's double layers or double bands of gold, where this is more that we're leaving the old ways of sort of using the brain as a hard drive. And we're more starting to operate in what I would say is like a downloading of our knowledge and information from kind of like a cloud consciousness, but it's from the higher self. So it's good to notice the difference between what's electromagnetic radiation, manipulation, and things to do with other things being sprayed in our environment. I do feel that you're a beautiful, sensitive soul, that there's some things around that, but I keep seeing crazy kind of like electricity is the main thing that Spirit's showing me. So let's flip these cards. So, oh, I've got a tickle on the nose with that. So we have a Five of Pentacles. So it definitely looks like there's some kind of interference because we have the Devil card too. So I would say there's an interference on a physical level, definitely to protect. And this card of the Princess of Pentacles, as we were saying before, she's more the stubborn teenager. She would be the conspiracy theorist of the deck, would be one of them as well. Oh, thank you, Tammy. That's so beautiful. And Three of Wands, this is a card of virtue. This is a card of doing something different from outside the norm. And we have the card of Temperance with this as well. Yeah. So I would look into, it's called a geo cleanse. And especially, I think you're here in Australia as well. I think you're another local from memory, from another show. Uh, yeah, geo cleanse. And that guy actually, he does geomancy where he's checking in for different areas, whether it's with divining rods and other devices and things he uses. So that would be one way to do it. Otherwise, there's electromagnetic things. I know the gorgeous Meg Moonbeam, she has, I think it's like a hoodie or a hat that has EMF shielding and things. I've seen other people talk about that side of things. So yeah, it does look like that will be how you kind of disrupt. It's really interesting because I feel like you'll be able to take this knowledge and information to other people to help them. Let me see what we have with that. Yeah, we've got the Tower. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is a little bit of a conspiracy theorist helping to defeat the dark side. We've got the Tower in reverse. So that is quite amazing. Oh, you guys are the sweetest. Don't we have the most beautiful soul family? Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh, I love you guys. Okay, so let me see. So, Tammy, we have what does Saturn in Aries have in store for our tribe? Let's have a look into that. I'm getting the giggles because I just see sort of like this outburst of this energy. And then it's like we're trying to control it, but there's a few other things, I guess, happening at the same time. Because usually we would think about, Saturn being that grandfather energy that helps, or is like that tight, kind of like constricted control type energy. What I'm seeing with this, though, it's a little bit of like outburst happening, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I actually said exactly what was on my mind type energy coming through. So let's have a look at what we have. Tammy's question. This is funny. Okay, so we have the card of Alchemy and the Knight of Wands. So you guys know that I always see this Knight of Wands energy more representing things in the subconscious sort of coming to the forefront. And we then have the card of change and adjustment. So it is helping to work for us. It is helping us to be, even though it's not Taurus, I still would use the word kind of like bullish. But what we see with this, the card of alchemy or art. So it's helping us to alchemize into the higher aspect and to really like let go of anything that's not for us anymore. So yeah, it's really, really interesting with the Knight of Wands, because with this, I always talk about that, the lava walk or the fire walk that Tony Robbins does. And this is about looking at the long term. So I would say this is about clearing the air, really trying to filter what it is that you're going to say, because I feel like it's just going to bring up this sort of energy, but it's for our growth and expansion. We've got Jupiter and Capricorn with the card of positive change, Two of Disc, and the card of adjustment. So as we've said the last couple of months, things are happening for us, not to us. Let's see another one. So Princess of Pentacles. Let's start to actually work with these archetypes and to work with these energies to override and hack things. So if we look at like this Saturn energy and having a look at with Aries being the first racehorse out of the gate, how could we sort of use this matrix or the Saturn-based system, but use Aries to kind of take advantage of it? So this is like seeing portals, opportunities, doors, running with it. So I do feel there's a lot less time is what they're sort of showing me, even though Saturn sometimes can be around, time taking a lot longer, or, like more kind of like moderation or control. I actually feel like with this Aries energy coming in, it's throwing Saturn into a little bit of a spin, is the feeling that's coming through with this. Oh, I think you can. That was so sweet. He was just saying a reading with soul makes a great gift. Thank you. And it's always so beautiful too when people receive them as gifts. There's just such a lovely energy. Aw, thank you, Lorianne. Oh, you guys are the best. I love you. And let's have a look and see. That was such a great question. Thank you for that. And Lara Reed, dear soul, should I follow my path of working with crystals? Thank you. Let me have a look, see what comes up. It's interesting. I'm actually getting shown Gemini energy. So I don't feel it's solely just working with crystals. I feel like it's a bit more of a variety or like a wider healing modalities that you're also working with. The other thing is spirits tickling me on the head with this on the left side. They're going like this, and I'm seeing them look through the window and smiling. So I actually feel that you are a really beautiful, amazing channel. And this is a gift that they're wanting you to actually work with a lot more. They're telling you to follow the signs and synchronicities and start to explore and investigate what it means to work with your guides and to work with channeling, receiving messages from the higher self. You've been led to the crystals to help enhance this. So it is working in duality with this. So let's flip the cards. Oh my gosh, the card of virtue. So the crystals are enhancing your connection with this. We've got the sun light up as well. So this is about not having to hide your gifts anymore. This would be about stepping into it. Oh, wow. And this card, I do connect with channeling. So the Hanged Man. So with this is about getting outside of the matrix, more Jupiter growth expansion energy. It's about like your mind just waking up with light. See the knowledge, this beautiful Kundalini energy falling out of the crown chakra. And we see this energy kind of the matrix, like all these lines and everything, but you're existing outside of it. So there's something that you're to bring back with Earth, to Earth with your channeling. This is Mars and Aries energy. So it probably will come in quite strong, but it will start out a little bit slower with Knight of Disc energy. So let me just see, clarifier. We have the Four of Swords. Oops, they just jumped onto the ground. Four of Swords and movement. So meditate, have a feel into it, then take some action. Eight of Disc is the seeds already being planted. And look at this, the hands coming in from the stars into the earth realm. This is exactly like what we're seeing with that little, touch on the head. And I'm still getting the tickles just feeling into your energy. So I hope that helps. Oh, guys, so sweet. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. I love Pam Gregory. Isn't she the sweetest? So Emma's saying Pam Gregory spoke about this too. Saturn and Aries messages are resonating. Yeah, it's a really interesting energy. And what's interesting, I don't feel that it's the way that it was coming through with that did not feel as traditional as well. So it was just a very interesting feel with it. I feel like things are changing a little bit. It's almost like as we're getting a bit more ascension energy and upgrade, so are some of the planets. And I feel there's like a speed up that's happening. Okay. Emma. Oh, I think Lyra's outside. I think she's playing. Luckily, not really climbing trees anymore since she got stuck up that tree. Um, Oh, lovely. That's a beautiful synchronicity. Oh, Lara, let us know how you go with that. I would love to hear about if you're starting to channel and have a look into crystal dreaming, because you can actually set up grids and lay in them, and it does help you to connect further with guides and things of that sort of nature, or even to work with clients and helping them to connect in that way. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so cute. All right, let me see. So I'm not sure if you're still here, Montaigne. I think it might have been your first time here. Hey, will Kevin Fraser Gemini be back in my life soon? He's born June 15th in 202 Namino, BC, and I'm born July 31st, 2000. Let's have a look for you. So the first card we have is the Prince of Disc. This is a little bit more of a stubborn energy at times, someone who's on their own timeline. And we also have the Knight of Disc with this. So this is pretty slow moving energy. So I would say it could be a little bit longer, perhaps. Um, let's have a look if there's anything you can do. We've got a ten of coins and the Wheel of Fortune. This would be to focus on abundance and focus on money at this point in time. This is also about focusing on community, focus on getting yourself out there, getting in alignment with what makes you feel good too. And we also have a Six of Disc, the card of success. So I do feel this is focusing on your own growth and things at the moment. It does look like he is a little bit slower in terms of timeline and things. So hopefully that helps. You can always go a bit deeper if you want one-on-one, and we can ask a lot more questions around that situation. And let me see. Oh no, that's still on. So you can use the discount code Mother's Day, and I've popped it through, I think, till the end of the month. Just pop it in all caps when you're doing that booking, and that should be there. Oh, hey Penny. I love it how your dogs always come to watch. They're so gorgeous. Let me see. I might have time just for a couple more. And yeah, thank you, Nancy. I so appreciate all of your super chats and things today, guys. And let me see. So we've got, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name right, Damini. Hi, love. Will Sahar and I be in a relationship by the end of the year? Let's have a look. Now, remembering when we're checking in for things can shift and change timeline wise, especially with the way in the world we live in now. I know when I was reading back, 10, 15 years ago, or even 20 years ago, things were very different. And what I mean by that is in terms of, if we're looking into pregnancy or we're looking into gender and things like that with babies, things would come through like a lot more clear. And even I would get wedding dates and things come through in certain readings, and other like real kind of like in the matrix point in time type things. What I've found over probably the last maybe 7 years, that we've really shifted more into where we're actually operating things on the quantum, whereas things might have been preordained and destined to our ancestors. We actually have more authority and control. And I think it's because we're working more with, how would I say, things like law of assumption. We're understanding more about quantum physics, the quantum field, and understanding more about how we operate on a soul level. And I think that's changed our destiny in a way that we're not as pinned down and stuck into this reality. But let's have a look in your question with the Star Tarot. So we've got a Knight of Swords, the Prince of Swords, and we have the Strength card, the Three of Disc, and the Sun card too. So I got a little bit of an itchy throat chakra around this too. So you might not have actually sort of spoken up or said, how you're really feeling about this situation. With this Knight of Swords and this Prince of Swords, I would say work on the communication between the two of you. Make sure that that's strong. And then we have a Three of Disc, which is a bit of a foundation. It's a bit more of a beginning point compared to where we're at currently. And then we see the Sun card, which is usually a sign of success. So let's have a look if there's anything else that we need to know around this. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. So there could be an opportunity for that to happen. Let me see if we need to know anything timeline wise. We have the Hermit card. I would say this is also about putting yourself out there, because the Hermit quite often is more sort of like waiting for things to come to them. They're more, analyzing more in their mind about things. It's Virgo energy too. So they more can sort of be making assumptions about things. But I definitely feel like, put yourself out there. This is also taking or seizing the day opportunities. So a Two of Pentacles, Capricorn, and Jupiter energy. I always see this though as a portal too. So there could be an alignment with the two of you, with the Sun card coming up with this as well. And so that was for around this year. So let me see what else we have. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm a little bit thinking I need to focus on where we're going next, because this will be changing over the next couple of months. You will see me in a different place. We're not sure exactly where we're going just yet, but we know that there's a move coming. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Tammy. So I think that's all that I have time for today. Oh, actually, Stella, your one I had highlighted as well. So this will be my last reading. So if you are looking for any other information, everything should be in the description box below. Please use the discount code Mother's Day to save 10%. And just wishing you all beautiful Mother's Day as well, even if you've got fur babies, or if you're a beautiful influence on some gorgeous people's lives. And so let's get to Stella's question. So thank you, Solreta. Can you shed light on my bigger picture regarding health, please? Oh, I think we might have done this. I think this was related more towards gut and things as well. Yeah. So we've got a 7 of Cups. We've got hidden energy. This is about you coming into full control and power. I do see that this is definitely, like as I was saying before, around the gut side of things, because we've got the High Priestess, which this particular card, the High Priestess has a spider web. So this could more represent parasites and things hidden, where it's about you taking your power back and health into your own hands. What we also have is just being careful with the amount of things that you try. We've got a 9 of disc. This is Venus and Virgo. This is also seeking various different things because there's so many of them. But with the 8 of Wands too, it's a little bit of, we're not sort of right on north just yet in terms of like the compass. So I would definitely have a look into some of the Candida things that we talked about as well. Oh, and I can see Lara saying, I've been wanting to work with crystals, herbs, and potions to clear energy and space. So thank you again. And yeah, we do have soul alchemy potions. So have a look at the cleansing vibes potion. But I would say with your journey with channeling and your journey with your crystals, check out I Am That Witch. And they are cheaper if you buy them as a bundle too. So I just want to say thank you so much for my gorgeous soul family. Thank you for the super chats. I love and adore you guys, and I love being here and spending this time with you. So do go check. If I haven't had a chance to get a reading for you today and you're just joining, I did do a general reading at the start, and I also did a general reading that went up on, it would have been Friday night if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, or Saturday morning in the Southern Hemisphere. But I also have put up all of the 12 zodiac signs. So go check out your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. And if there's someone you're wanting to check in with to do with love, go and check their signs too. Go check their sun, moon, and rising and see what's coming up for them at the moment, because we do also mention some of the astrology as well. So I love you all very much, and thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend or your Monday. And yeah, love you guys. Thank you. Bye, everyone.